Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I would like to discuss Unit 1 and 2 from Workbook. Unit 1 Plant Parts. Pia dissected a flower and stuck the parts onto the card. Complete her work by adding her name and function of each flower part. You can see the pictures. Name this number one picture is anther. The function is produces or making pollen. Second one is petal. The function is it attracts pollinators. Number three, you can say this is a stigma, receives pollen. And number four, sepal, protects flower bud. Now, number two, Sensia dissected four different kinds of flowers. She counted the number of every part of each flower and recorded her data in a table. Flower 1, sepal 4, petal 4, stamen 8, stigma 1, ovary 1. Flower 2, sepal 5, petal 5, stamen 10, stigma 1, ovary 1. Flower 3, sepal 3, petals 3, stamen 6, stigma 1, ovary 1. Now number 4, sepal 4, petals are you have to add it, stamen you have to add it, stigma 1, ovary you have to add it. A. Look at the data for flower 1, 2, and 3. What patterns can you see in the number? Describe the pattern. So actually 4 plus 4 plus 8, 1 plus 1. So you can see number of petals and sepals are same. Stamen is twice, stigma and ovary 1. B. Some of the data flower 4 is missing. What do you think it could be? Add to the table. So as you can see, the pattern is sepal 4. So patterns would be 4 and stamen would be twice. So 4 into 2 is 8. Stigma 1, ovary 1. Now flower parts. Draw lines to match each flower part to the correct information. One has been done for you. Flower parts, sepal, petal, stamen, pollen, carpel. Information is there. The male part of the flower. Stamen is the male part of the flower. Sepals, part on the outside of the flower. Petals may be large, brightly colored with a pleasant smell. Pollen, a powder produced by male part of the flower. All of done. Now, answer these questions about flower part. A. Which flower part produces pollen? Stamen. Which flower part receives pollen? Stigma. Which function, what is the function of sepals protect the flower? Now, number three, label the parts of this flower. Use the flower part names from question number one. Pollen, stamen, carpel, petal, sepal. This is available in question number one. So you have to label pollen, stamen, carpel, petal, sepal. Now, working like a botanist, botanists study plants. They can identify and name the parts of many flowers. Can you work like a botanist? Complete the labels on the leaf on three flower diagram below. A. Lily. So this one is stamen. Now B is carpel. C is petal. Now male and female flower parts. Use the clue given to complete this crossword. A cross 2 receives pollen. So this is stigma. Stalk that holds up the anther. This is filament. 7 contains ovules. This is ovary. 8 joins stigma to the ovary. This is style. So you have to fill all these. Down, the whole female part of the flower. This is carpel. The whole male part of the flower. This is stamen. Become seeds. Ovule. Make these and store pollen anther. Powder that is spread from flower to flower. That is pollen. Now, flowering and non flowering plants. Number one, complete these sentences using the word below. You can use a word more than once. Plants, flowering, non flowering, flowers. Botanists sort plants into two groups, flowering and non flowering. Some plants, like lilies, have flowers, so they are flowering plants. Mosses do not have flowers, so they are non-flowering plants. In number two, which of the non-flowering plants below is a horsetail, cycad, and fern? Label the picture. I have done for you. Now, number three, horsetail and cycad are non-flowering plants. Research these two plants, draw them, and write two facts about each of them. So, I have drawn for you cycad. They are woody plants. They are seed plants. Horsetail, they have hollow stems, and they are seedless plant. This is checklist. You have to check it by yourself. Now, I'm going to start Unit 2. Unit 2, the life cycle of a flowering plant. Unit 2, the life cycle of a flowering plant, plant reproduction, flower parts. Number 1, join each flower part to its name and function. Use a different colored pen or pencil for each flower part. Functions are written, these are the function for these parts. This is correct, but you have to join flower part with its name. I have done for you, just check it. Now, sketching part of a flower. So, I have done parts as well as flower. Now choose a flowering plant from your garden or home or the school grounds. Ask permission before you pick it. B. Use a magnifying glass to create a detailed drawing. C. Label the plant parts. Name the plant. C. E. Carry out some research to find the Latin name of the plant, or F, carry out some research to find out three things about your plant. So A, B, C, D till D we have done. Name the plant. We have I have selected rose for you, and the Latin name of rose is Rosa rubiginosa is the scientific name for rose. And the three things: their stems are usually prickly, and their glossy green leaves have toothed edges. Rose flowers vary in size and shape. Many roses have good smell. Now, the topic is pollination. Number one, look at the flower below. Which flowers are pollinated by the wind? B, which flowers are pollinated by animals? So, you have to look all these. Wheat, ragweed, sawtooth oak are pollinated by wind. Orchid, gerbera, jacaranda are pollinated by animals. Number two, explain your answer to question one. Well pollinated are typically no bright color or no nectar, small, most have no petals. So, vice versa, you can use those plant they are pollinated by animals. They are brightly colored, they have good scent, and they are large. Number three, research a flowering plant in the school grounds or your garden at home. A, draw and label each part of a flower. Find out how it is pollinated. C, draw a plant's life cycle. So A and B we have done. C, you can see flowering, pollination, fertilization, seed dispersal, germination, growth. Fertilization and seed development. This is the life cycle of plant. Now surveying flowers. Orlando and Alexandra surveyed the plants in their school grounds. They labeled at six plants, observing if the flowers smell and the number of animals attracted to its flowers. The results are in the table below. Uh, Agapanthus, no smell. Hibiscus, orchid, smell, yes. Bees, 110. Other animals, 0. Hibiscus, one word. And orchid, one wasp and one moth. And jasmine, canna lily, smell, yes. Canna lily, no flower. Lily, yes. Bees, 2. 0, 1. Other animals, 1 butterfly, 1 fly, 3 butterflies. Take the types of scientific inquiry activities. Orlando and Alexandra did they when conducting their investigation. So observe over time, research, fear test, pattern seeking, identify, classify. So I think observe over time. Number two, Orlando and Alexandra use the data to create the graph on the right. Use the graph to answer these questions. Number of insects on each flower. You can see bees and others animals. They have shown these in this graph. So A, which flower attracted the most animals? You can see lily. Which plants would you use to attract pollinators? Explain your reasons. So you can answer which plant would you use to attract pollinators? Lily, because it has bright colored and good smell petals. And C, explain why the canal lily did not attract insects, because it has no flowers, so there are no petals, so no attraction. D, why do you think that the Aegipanthus only attracted bees? Actually, Aegipanthus plants do attract bees due to their nectar-rich flower. They producing mm, more nectar, so they are attracted by bees. Now, fertilization and fruits. Number one, A. Walk around the school grounds or your garden at home. Look for two plants that have been fertilized and have fruits. Identify the plants and draw their fruits. C. Name the pollination. Was it the wind or animal? So I have written the name of the plants for you, maize and rose. Maize is pollinated by wind and rose is pollinated by insects. And number two, compare the two plants, list two similarities and list two differences. So similarities are both are flowering plant, both produce pollen. And differences, roses are pollinated by insects, the flowers is brightly colored and produces nectar. The maize flower get pollinated via wind and the pollen are light and fluffy. Now seed dispersal, wind. Some fruits use the wind to disperse their seeds. Draw a line to match each type of fruit to its features and appearance. Type of fruit, glider, parachute, shaker. Appearance, you can see the pictures and features, light, fluffy parts, stiff wings opening at the top. So I have matched all these, just check it. Some learners did a test to find out which fruits or seeds travel furthest in the wind. A. Calculate the average distance that each fruit or seed traveled. Write in the table. So, fruit or seed A, test 1 306, 294, 3219, test 3. Fruit A covered 3 distances in 3 tests. So you have to take average of this. So how can you calculate it? You have to add all these distances and divide by 3. So you have an average. Same as you have to calculate for fruit B, for fruit C, for fruit D. Now, according to results, you can find the answer of B. Which fruit or seed travel furthest? Explain your answer using the data from the table. So you can see 384 is highest distance that is covered by B. Now see, how do you think the learners called carried out their test? Write down three things. They have performed these tests, they have measured distances, and they have calculated average. Methods of seed dispersal. Look at the fruit below: strawberry, water lily, dandelion, geranium, cleaver, key apple, acorn, maple. Complete the table Write the name of the fruit that uses each method of seed dispersal. Also, write what evidence you need use to make your decision. One has been done for you when dandelion has a parachute. This is the reason. So, I have done for you. Just look at uh, animal eaten strawberry and key apple, juicy and fleshy, fir, cleaver, sticky, geranium, geranium, pods, acron, hard covering, water lily, light seeds. Why do plants need to disperse their seeds? Or seed dispersal, importance of seed dispersal. Dispersal of seeds is very important for the survival of plants. If plants grow too closely together, they have to compete for light, water, nutrient, and space. Now, germination. Number one, label the diagram using these words: embryo, seed coat, roots, shoot, leaf, stem. I have labeled for you, just check it. Number two, which seed will germinate? Explain your answer. You can see there are four diagrams: A, no water; B, 25 degrees centigrade temperature and water is available; and C, no water, temperature is 25; and D, water is available but temperature is 2 degrees centigrade. So, germination has some conditions. For example, suitable as temperature and water are available. So you can see seed B, all conditions are suitable for germination. So seed B will grow. Now, germination 2, number 1, use the data in the graph to answer these questions. On which day did the greatest number of seeds germinate? You can see in the graph the day is 12 and 13. Where did the data rise the steepest? Steep same days 12 and 13. Complete the title of the graph. This is graph to show germination, and you have to write on graph as well, graph to show germination of seeds. Okay. Now, number 2, some class 5 learners carried out an investigation to find out how much light seeds need to germinate. They recorded their data in a table. Use a table to answer the question. You can see there's data, number of seeds that germinate, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, full sun 2, 4, 6, 7, 19, 23, 25, and part sun 2, 8, 12, 16, 19, 23, 31, and no light 4, 9, 14, 18, 22, 31, 37. This is the results. So, A. Describe what the learners did to collect the data. How did they make sure that investigation was a fair test? So, conditions were maintained, conditions were same. So, we can say that the test is fair. And B. What do you notice about the results? Are they what you expected? Why or why not? Actually, for germination, light is not essential, but we can see their seeds are germinating. So seeds germinated in the presence of light as well. So this is we unexpected, but it's going on. C. Why do you think the seeds is no light is still germinated? Explain your answer. Actually, germination does not need light. This is self check. I can do this. Happy face. A little bit sad. I can do this, but I need to keep trying. The last one is sad face. I can't do this yet. So, if you are able to do so, make a tick under the face. I can do this. For example, I can describe how flowers are pollinated. You have to read one by one and make a tick on it. And if you have any problem, so you can ask me or just write under the heading, I need more help with teacher or internet, whatever. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.